Hey everybody, it's me, Rex the dog. We're here for the Rex the dog laundry vlog. And what we do here is we do a little bit of housekeeping in terms of the getting the laundry out to dry. And we also do a little bit of housekeeping as pertaining to my life and the Rex Rebel Heart channel and the associated shared cinematic universe media crossover franchise. So, possibly one of the maybe we've got maybe one or two laundry vlogs left of the year if you can handle that. If you can handle that. We've got one or two laundry vlogs left of the year because it's in like a week's time. In a week's time, date of recording, of date of broadcasting, of date of uploading. In a week's time I will be traveling to go have Christmas with my family for the first time in 5 years, man. So it's the first time in 5 years I'm gonna spend Christmas with my family, and during that time, it's gonna be weird, man, because a lot of things have changed. There's family members who aren't with us anymore. In the course of that 5 years, my childhood home is gone and sold, so that Christmas that I had, for however many years of my life growing up, that group of family in that location and that whatever, that's all gone. So I am going into a sort of unfamiliar territory, but things change. I did always, I have gone through this part of my life where I really like to, you'll see this in terms of my routines and my schedules and the things I talk about, and my personal goals and the things I talk about on these vlogs and beyond. I do, much like a lot of us, I do like to try and keep my life in order, and I like to try and have things, set up a certain way. I like my environment, I like my people, I like my way of life, but those things don't, everything ends and everything changes and everything evolves, and I had a lot of years in my life where I really struggled with that. So I'd struggle, as we all do, but the acceptance that comes from stages of grief, whether that is, losing people you love because of death, whether that is losing people you love because of circumstance, or whether that is, losing, places, or, how things change. I used to have a real hard time with the acceptance of that, and then, obviously I still do. Because I think we all do. Nobody just goes through grief and immediately jumps to acceptance. But I would never really get there. And I've talked about this before. I jump more to a position of I would feel more comfortable going straight to anger, because I kind of have the confidence to be outspoken and brash and whatever. I jump to anger a lot more than I jump to sort of despair and whatever. So it created a lot of conflicts, created a lot of problems over the years. I feel I'm in a much better place for that. So although I'm not going back to those Christmases that you had, but you can't maintain and you can't hold on to those things forever. Things change. So the Christmas I'm going to, it will be a different Christmas, in the same way the past few years have all been, different Christmases. Although I kind of fought those ideas a bit. I don't know. It's this year. I feel I'm going into this with an open mind, with an appreciation of whatever it is, will be whatever it is, and I think I've set myself up to, because of the work that I've been doing over the past years on myself, and the work I continue to do sort of every day to really try and keep myself in check in a bunch of different ways. I think I'm setting myself up for what I think will be. I think it'll be a good Christmas. I would have really liked to, been able to, because a lot of the sort of biggest things that happen around this channel are the live streams and the regular people who come hang out on those and whatever. I would have really liked to over, at some point in Christmas, I do some live streams and stuff like that, so I can, say, at the very least, just say hello to people, and at the most, kind of communicate with people who Christmas isn't exactly like, as I'm saying, and as I've said, it's been for the past few years for me, or at least hinted at, not this kind of like fairy tale, like Home Alone, whatever, reliable experience that is like this really good, heartwarming time, because like it can that level of expectation of like it being portrayed that way. I've never really had issue with I know a lot of people have issue with kind of like and understandable with like social media and stuff like that. You see people projecting like these perfect lives, whether that they are, some people might actually have these perfect lives, right? And we're looking in on them, or people's like curated perfect lives, or people's curated perfect bodies or whatever, and leading into like or relationships and leading into like envy or jealousy or body dysmorphia. I've been lucky enough that I've never really sort of cared about that, and that's never really bothered me. But I would lie if I'd say that like I haven't kind of experienced comparable experiences when you like, as much as like I love Christmas movies and like I love seasonal stuff, and I kind of like the excuse to sort of like get on board with like a theme and like let's all do this. It's why I really like I talk about sort of not really caring about the outcome, but I really like sort of these award ceremonies and stuff like that, like the Game Awards that we're going to stream tonight. I kind of like that stuff as sort of like an excuse to get into a theme and to get into something. So although I do really, really enjoy Christmas movies and stuff like that, and Christmas holiday specials and Christmas episodes and Christmas music and whatever, to a limit, right? To a limit. I'm not one of these people who like starts from like November 1st to January 15th. I'm literally taking up a quarter of my year for Christmas. Like we're not doing that, but I will admit that like, there's times where you see kind of like these like really wholesome or like perfect moments or stuff like that where everything kind of comes together. I can be envious of that. Not to say that I have any sort of like bad upbringing or anything like that. Like or family that don't care about me, or friends that don't care about nothing of the sort like that. But sometimes these sort of things the comparisons can begin in your own head, and yeah, you kind of see those like snapshot perfect moments. It's like, okay, well, why aren't I living that 24/7? Why isn't that my Christmas Eve all the way to Christmas evening non-stop, so for those sorts of feelings, which I definitely had and definitely still have, those sort of, that's some level of apprehension as I'm going into this this Christmas period, as a sort of like, I don't know, as it's like empathy for those sort of feelings and stuff. I would have liked to have been able to like stream just to again say hello to the community and kind of be there for those people who would really appreciate kind of hanging out and talking for a little bit, because Christmas is weird and full of a lot of expectations and whatever. I would have really liked to do that, and I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be flying thousands of miles away. So, but it is something I would like to do in the future, of kind of these points of the year that can be difficult for people, and I include myself in that conversation, as I was saying, to kind of just like hang out and be together. So I would like to do that, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do that. But hopefully everybody who is kind of like a regular of this channel and is like part of, the community of people who hang out, you hang out in the streams together, and there's a bunch of you guys like hang out like independently of the channel, people who've met through the channel who like to hang out on other social media or games or stuff together. I hope that everybody who's kind of like a part of that, whatever their circumstances, gets the most out of their Christmas, holiday, whatever season, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, so we're probably, maybe we got another load of white clothes to do, because we got the colors and the whites, right? Maybe we got another white load to do before we head off. this time next week. We fly away for 2 weeks and then we come back. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yesterday I wasn't feeling very good. Yesterday I was like kind of like cold sweating a little bit. Like I was kind of snotty. I was coughing. I was whatever. I didn't feel too hot. Thought I was gonna do some get ill. Today, so yesterday I just really took it easy. Today I did as well. I tried to lie and stay in bed as long as possible. Challenging. Can't really do that very well because my body's just like, come on, let's go. But I didn't work out. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't go skateboarding. I didn't run. Whatever. Just gonna take it easy in the house today. I already feel like way better. Just drinking a lot of water, chilling, not fatiguing myself by going to try and do like a push day at the gym or something crazy. Just chilling out here. And we're going to chill out here all day. So I'm going to pop out for a bit. I'm going to stock up some groceries and some snacks and all those sorts of things. And this dropped today, which I wasn't expecting for a few days' time. So the Black Myth Wukong, because they printed down a disc. That dropped today, so the plan is today, if we're going to really date this video, the plan is today is we're gonna go get some groceries or whatever. We're going to play this for a little bit, get some cool first impressions, and kind of, because I'm excited to try that out. And then we'll be up all night streaming the Game Awards, and we'll have a little bit of perspective on this, because we'll have played like a few hours of whatever as well, because then obviously that's nominated for like a bunch of stuff, like Game of the Year, direction, action, I think, art design, like it's nominated for a bunch of stuff, right? So we'll kind of get some perspective on that as it goes throughout the show. Hype for the show tonight. The rumor mill is it's meant to be super hype in terms of like loads of announcements, but I mean, like, let's try not buy into that and just set ourselves up for the disappointment. But yeah, reflecting on what's going to come, or pre-flecting maybe, on what's going to come in kind of a couple of weeks for my Christmas break. Reflecting a lot on, what kind of things are going to come next, what sort of like competitions, challenges, exams, whatever I'm going to try and like set myself up for in the first few months of the year. So reflecting on a lot at the moment, and when I sort of develop those ideas more and more in my head, or even if it's just more just sort of like stream of consciousness, word vomiting like this, I'll probably report back to you guys. Because I feel there's a lot of things going around in my head at the moment about sort of not reassessing my values because I don't think I'm having some like big value change or anything, but just I guess kind of naming them. I guess kind of sort of like, not to sound too like grandiose or anything, but just sort of like I'm going through a lot of thoughts at the moment of sort of defining what my, and I'm going to say current because things evolve, things change, right? And they should. What my current philosophy is for how I want to live, how I want to operate, how I want to be around other people, what I want to experience and take from the world, and equally what I want to offer and give back. And I'm not like, I'm talking about my entire life here. I'm not talking about exclusively this YouTube channel, I'm talking about just how I want to operate as like a person in the world, and what I want to prioritize, right? Because we've only got so many hours in a day, we've only got so much energy in the human form, so kind of how I'm going to divvy that up. So I don't know, and I think the next 2 weeks, when like I'm away from here, I'm gonna be staying with different members of family, I'll probably get pretty well taken care of, so I'll be getting, I'm somebody who's every day navigating a foreign country. I'm a stranger in a strange land. I know I've been here for a long time now, and this is a home, but I am still just like, kind of here on my own, not really having a support system. I'm not complaining here. I'm just saying that's kind of a fact of life. When something starts flooding, I find this, you know what I mean? There's no like dad or uncle or whoever, or I'm calling. It's just like, all right, let's just do this. Not to make that totally patriarchal, but yeah, I'll probably be pretty taken care of when I'm away. I'm staying with like these different members of family, like getting fed, watered, kept cozy. So I'll have probably quite a lot of time to do some writing, do some reading, do some whatever. Everyone's talking about this Mistborn book at the moment. Like 3 different people I work with have mentioned it, who are all like not connected to each other. I think it's called Mistborn. Maybe I'll read the Mistborn books. I don't know. I'll have a lot of time to like reflect, whatever, and I think I'll come back from this 2 weeks, hopefully with some new ideas, some clarity, some new direction, some reclarification, some reaffirmations of what I'm about. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I'm kind of, as I said, I'm sort of apprehensive for this, but I'm also looking forward to it for a number of different reasons as well. And yeah, although, as I say, I'll be gone, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna have to get doing this quick because we've already got a week to go. I'll try and have some videos and stuff like that scheduled to post here on the channel, and of course I'll be like comments and community posts and whatever. I'll be talking to people, But yeah, interesting. We'll see what goes down in the old brain over the next couple of weeks. We still got a week here though with you guys. I'm gonna try out this bad boy. We're gonna finish off Indiana Jones. I think we're really near the end, and Game Awards tonight, which I think's gonna be I think Game Awards is gonna kind of be like our end of year party. Like that's our Christmas party. That's our end of year party. That's where we're all sort of hanging out and stuff before the end of the year. But yeah, peace out, guys. Take care. I'm gonna go get some grub and some snacks and some food for tonight and for the next few days. Peace out. Bye bye bye.